go. U.S. Department of State daily press briefing starting soon, apparently. You know, Department of State. I think CIA works for Department of State. Apparently they're clueless to what's going on here in L.A. It's quite baffling actually. All that graffiti, to me that's um a terrorist attack. I mean, it started in like 2015. First time I saw graffiti the first time in Orange County, up in here in LA. I was staying up here in the fall of 2014. When I went back to Costa Mesa, essentially briefly for like 2 weeks, holy moly, I could not believe the amount of graffiti all of a sudden. In Orange County, California, off of Harbor and all this, I was like, what the hell happened? And no one tripped out. No one ever said anything. It was like common day all of a sudden. I'm like, this is not typical, you know. And I've seen a lot more. You know, the State Department here, you would think that it's developed, but you know, it's interesting to watch this go down with their professionalism. They're professional. I wonder if they know about the Santa Ana police officer, or he appeared to be a Santa Ana police officer driving a Crown Victoria in 2019. Now, mind you, the Crown Victorias, this one was in 1990s, like that early 90s, mid 90s. And we're in 2019. This guy is driving around. I'm sitting between Fourth and Fifth Street. I'm in an alleyway between Broadway and Main Street in Santa Ana, California. And there's these nooses in this alleyway on the catwalks hanging down. So I'm sitting down, and this Crown Victoria pulls up, Santa PD man, and he gets out. So what are you doing? Because everyone's, I guess you have to be, I don't know, I guess everyone to be sheltered. Well, I'm sitting here looking at this noose above me, wondering why the heck it's here. And he starts to laugh. So you gotta get out of here. And he starts to laugh at me. I'm like, it's not funny, sir. And things like that have been happening to me, basically. I asked African American if they knew what COINTELPRO was from back in the day, where it's just something that was availed in terms of state-sponsored surveillance / psyops to discredit and defame and they sometimes kill a target. And I've been going through that kind of BS. I mean, my likeness is sprayed between on Fairfax Boulevard here, between Santa Monica for the most part, all the way down to we'll say 3rd Street. And I go down there because there's CBS there, and there's CBS. I know that 60 Minutes is pretty damn good at being independent, I would suppose, but that doesn't happen. I can't get them to do it. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But they got some top-notch security at that spot. Better than do, thank you, Paramount, CBS, but better than do Paramount Studios, because I was able to walk into Paramount Studios. I'm a civilian, whatever. It was a trip because it was just, I'm walking down across the studio, outside the studio, and this truck comes up, and it was a particular entrance where it's just right there. It's just a short driveway, and a truck comes up, and I walk and turn on the side of the truck between the building. I know a security guard is on the other side of the truck, and I'm walking slower because I'm hoping the truck moves forward, and it didn't, so I just walk on through, and nothing happened. It was amazing, And so I decided on this one to wait till somebody found me and explain to them how I got in. That way Paramount Studios could fix that, and they did. And it's something that is just concerning. That's it. Paramount Studios is a point of interest. And you would think if in the event of a terrorist attack, it would be targeted. Disneyland, same thing. And SeaWorld, because I was in San Diego, and I was surprised because SeaWorld, they have a lot of live animals during COVID, and they have to have, even though it's closed, they still have to tend to the animals and make sure they're happy. and give them, and give them time and some attention, all that. So they do. But and this, with the Navy there, I guess that's one of the things they have there. It's on the bay, Mission Bay. It's amazing because you know I walk up and no one. I'm walking to the parking lot. No one approaches me. You know, and other places they do. I don't Disneyland they would. So I make those suggestions all the time. And one of the things was the fence at SeaWorld. I'm hoping they raise the fence up maybe like 12 feet, if not barbed wire or something. But it seemed like a little bit lax. And for whatever reason, just something's happened in society today. And I'm isolated right now because I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. No one explained to me what I've done wrong, but I have been harassed holistically. I've almost died. Someone tried to run me over. Like 2018-ish, I think is what it was. So I forgot what it was. No, sorry, no, because it was during COVID. And it was amazing because this was the same night that by Los Angeles Community College off of Vermont, by Melrose and Vermont, man. I cleaned up a whole entire city block. It's standard city block size. And it's a quarter mile by a quarter mile, so it was a pretty long, block or sidewalk, just with streets basically. One side, one street to the next street, down, a block. And I clean up this trash because I'm hungry. And I'm not lazy. I've worked and I have worked, but dude, can you imagine this? Everybody at a restaurant you work at, all of a sudden your customers, your guests, they show up. Everyone that one night, they're all wearing, feces, emoji collar shirts. I was like, what the F? It's like, wow. I'm like yesterday, I'm on the bus, right? Gaslighting is a real thing. Gaslighting, it doesn't have its origins in the Holocaust or Germany, but it's part of, it was a part of their tool set in terms of psychologically breaking down individuals and harassing them and belittling them and making them, dehumanizing them. So this girl yesterday on the bus was wearing a shirt saying, gaslighting isn't real. You're just crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, no, that's not the case. I didn't say anything to her directly, but I was like, whoa, really? I've gone through gaslighting, and thanks to the Psy Guy on YouTube, Psy Guy. That's it's SCI and or SciShow. I'm sorry, SCI and then show SciShow. That guy is amazing. I met him one year at VidCon, but so it's amazing because he did a piece on gaslighting and how it's amazing because he says it has origin in this film, origins from a film called Gaslighting or Gaslight, whatever it is, and it's this film where these two people are married, and apparently the wife has a will or something about an estate or something like that. She has a lot of money, in her name, the rest towards her. And so what the husband decides to do is starts to gaslight her. He starts to belittle her, tells her that she's stupid, she's dumb. He starts to move things around the house, and so when she can't find something, he's like, "Wait, you're losing it." And what he was trying to do was steal the family jewels. Is what he said. I was like, "What the hell?" Because I hit close to home. I watched it in 2015 in the fall. I have nothing. I saw two of my friends. I saw one friend. He's driving a brand new BMW. Another friend, BMW. I've seen people have come walk in front of me that I used to know, and it's been announced that I know this person. I open a door in 7-Eleven right now because I keep myself busy, but I don't ask for any money. I don't ask for any food for the most part. I don't ask for anything. If I really am hungry, I will. But I don't ask for anything because Disney is wonderful in that sense. We don't ask for tips. And this is what they said. If they do So when you work on their property, and getting paid by them. Um, if they do provide you a tip, you can take it discreetly, but be discreet about it. And another good manager of mine, over at another restaurant, a GM, she says when if you don't cut the chips out in public or out in the open, be discreet about it. And those things are cool, but I opened up this door at 7-Eleven now, and then one time, this guy walked in, this guy, oh, here's your buddy. He called him out by name. And so I opened the door, and there he is. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole gist of it, but, it was him. And yes, I'll get into it. He was wearing prosthetics, like makeup, put some spearmint gum, this and that, and makeup, but, like latex or whatever, rubber or foam, whatever, even change your cheekbone structure, made him look a little older. And it's amazing because I've seen the director of disguises for intelligence apparatus here in the United States. She actually had described something. It's called layering, like an onion. I'm just, and it's easier to make someone look older than it is younger. And you just put, layering, different things. But you want to fit in. You don't want to stand out. You don't want to be wearing your sunglasses like you're operative, or you have to look around and see what people are wearing. What's the attire? How are they acting? What's the tone? What are the customs? It's amazing. But this guy doesn't buy me anything, and he knows that I'm starving. I'm being starved to death. I haven't had sex, but yet it's messed up. Yes, I have. Someone reverse IP me. And a video of a friend of mine a good friend of mine, right? But he's had sex with, he's on video, having sex with 2 girls at the same time, sodomizing them. And then I have, and the red sex, what the fuck? I do want to have sex now, whatever. Before I was waiting until marriage, I'm getting much older. I'm sorry, I can't wait anymore. Then, and he's getting high. Now, I'm not wrong. I'm not trying to blast motherfuckers. We all got high, because guess what we lived at? There was a little apparatus that liked to traffic drugs, and we all know who it is, but, we actually all grew up there, where it came from, the hub. And then it got pushed up to LA. So they kind of, us all, that was one thing, It's weird. It's long. But anyways, so, and think of it this way, birds of a feather flock together. So I'm not calling them out. I'm not singling them out. A lot of us did. You'd be surprised. But, we don't. I don't know. Anyways, point being is this. His daughter. Someone's reverse gave me a video of his daughter. This is messed up because I didn't know at the time. And so the next couple days, this is in October 2021 or 2021. I'm sitting in front of In-N-Out Burger in Hollywood, off of Orange and Sunset, by Hollywood High School, across the street actually. And I sit there, there's a couple of guys like whatever, we sit there, and I'm just trying to get some food for the most part, and it's fairly easy for the most part. But this guy with a license plate drives by, a license plate, and it's from Ohio, license plate. So let me explain to you something to you. Jim Crow speak, Jim Crow talk. It's the same thing as double talk, double speak. Ohio. We can say Ohio can break down to a hoe that likes to get high. Because the license plate said this in personalized license plate from Ohio. She gags. And I'll tell you how it's spelled. SHEGAGZ. My name is Zach. So, and then these license plates keep popping up. And my likeness, in a sense, with a lot of Z's in them. So I'm thinking, what the hell? That's fucking effed up, So I went to go pull the license plate up just to tag, just to mark it. So if somebody is investigating, because I've tried to contact several authorities of this matter by this time, because this is like 2021. This is like a long time running, I've been going through this for years, almost 10 years now. And as I try to pull it up, the license plate pops off just easily, you know. And I look at it, and it literally is. It's like a quick change license plate, which to me goes, oh, red flag. This thing is a. It's not a real license. Oh, it is a real license plate, but it's not an officially. It's not an official real license plate. And the way it works is like you ever get drywall screws with the drywall the plastic what do you call it? Not sleeve. You you take the plastic casing that you put into the drywall itself, and then you can put the screw in. That's what it was, and it pops right out of the housing of the car where it's supposed to be bolted in. And I get detained for nothing or whatever, and get downtown, and I actually it's in evidence at that point. I'm only assuming it's still there, maybe not anymore, because she gags. You know what a gag is when you're sexually speaking. It's like when you're conducting fellatio and the penis ends up gagging the female because it extends so far deep into her throat that it initiates the natural gag reflex. And it sucks because one of the things is that when I get released from downtown, being in downtown LA, um, I hop on the red line going up to Hollywood, and I sit down. I'm not sure, right? And I'm like, what the heck? I look forward, and it's amazing because we all three of us did this together. I'm looking at my friend's daughter, the one that made that video, the 2 girls, whatever. I'm looking at my friend's daughters, the oldest one and the younger one. And I look at the young one, oh my god, and then I realize the younger one, she's high on speed, whatever. But the thing was, because she has light eyes, her pupils are freaking dilated, like saucers. And she looks at me, because her older sister is like, oh, wow. And her younger sister's like, oh, fuck. And her younger sister, she turns to her older sister, and she looks at her, and she's just, she can tell she's pissed off, but, she's like, what the hell did you do to me? And it was totally coincidence, in my opinion, but not necessarily, because this keeps happening to me. It's not coincidence. And the thing is that NQTel Tech has been availed. NQTel Tech has been availed. And what is going on is that I look at her older sister, because at this point I'm saying, well, the younger sister was high, right? And they're both of age, so they're adults. But I look at the older sister, and I'm like, you. And I don't say anything, but I look at her, I'm like, you need to look after your younger sister. Because I'm in a situation where I could not even acknowledge them holistically. Because if anybody's around me, I don't want to put them in danger. It's on that level, in my opinion. But it's been allowed to continue. So whatever, I get off the train, or they do whatever. But I don't follow them and this and that, because I'm by myself. I don't have close hand-to-hand combat training per se. I don't have a place to go. I can't even lock a door where I'm staying at right now. But someone's gonna be staying in an abandoned construction site here in West Hollywood, and it's amazing. It's an OG den, man. And it's amazing because Fairfax and Santa Monica Boulevard. I know I shouldn't be giving out, but the house to the south of me is set up in this. It's the same architecture of a friend's house, off of Downey and Fifth or something like that. A good friends of mine that used to live in Downey. Same house, but it's here in and different. It's the most amazing thing, because this is the craziest thing. The house I used to live out with in Downey with them back in the 80s, 2 shacks off of between 3rd and 4th of Lorena Avenue in Downey, California. They're not there anymore, but they were there. And it's adjacent to a parking lot by a church, because it was owned by a church at this time. And they're little shacks. They remind me of the Nixon house, the first Nixon's house that he first lived in when he was a child or a baby. And this house, they're gone now, but they were like a little shack So there's a one-bedroom house in the back, and there was like a two-bedroom house or three-bedroom house in the front. And so my mom and I stayed in the one in the back, and it's gone now. But this is a trip because I'm walking through Anaheim, California, by Disneyland, and this is true. Zen Street, between La Palma and what's that street called? Lincoln Avenue, and I think it's the 800 block, and the house is there. Little white shack house. I think it's like 830 something. Three numbers, and there's like right now. I guess there's a yellow bug parks in the back, but it's a white house, and you can tell it sticks out from other ones because it's smaller than the rest of the houses. It looks just like my house back in the day. I found this out in 2009, 19, yeah, 19, because it was after working at this place that whatever down there. But the point being is that I don't understand because I'm gonna go back to the whole thing with those two girls. I figured out that that girl is the girl that this license plate was about, the younger sister, because that video, and no one cares. Well, I take that back because I was able to contact their grandmother, who used to work for child services in Orange County. She took it seriously, and I'm hoping she got a copy of the video. I didn't want to send it to her. It's a bit disconcerting. And I don't understand why people are being compensated. Why I feel like I'm being tortured in a sense. With Incutel tech too. I know our special forces, unveiled whatnot. They need their tech. They need they need to be able to have the best of the best. And I know some people that work in intelligence, this and that, and per se, there's an opportunity for me as well. I think I'm out there because I was allowed to go on base as a kid. So I'm not surprised, but I feel like if it's being used for torture, and I've been blacklisted, backblocked, retaliated against, harassed, intimidated, racism unveiled. My mom's retirement I think was stolen. She's 68 years old. She's still working. Today's my birthday, by the way. I had a birthday. I'm 44 years old. A virgin. I went to Disney. You go, okay, so for Disney, nothing. I don't know, nothing. They kind of helped, but there are fireworks being lit off throughout Southern California, though. And it sucks because I know more of the truth. 2020, 1920. Some party. They like to work. And I'm not lazy, by the way. But I don't, I'm not Z and Sir. I don't go by Z. I go by Zach. If you want, if you can find me, you can find me. I know you know